strategy that Fnatic are trying to play in game one. I don't think that works against Mineski. Mineski will put these, these players like Ice, these huge makers on these heroes normally that don't have these big. And Ice is going to run at you, and he's going to be miles ahead in terms of farm as well, as it has seemed to be the trend in the recent Mineski games. He's always been top of the net worth for a large majority of the time. And yeah, just sort of go back to either trying to play the farm game, get Envy on like the Terrorblade, something that he can just focus on farming and then be his sort of big powerhouse later on, but not sort of these sort of middle house heroes like the Void that wants to turn up to fights but doesn't really do anything other than a Chronosphere and requires a lot of help from teammates.
I'm not a fan of the Faceless Void safe lane unless you have like very hard steroids for the hero to work with. Like, I mean, we've seen in the past like the Ion Shell being thrown on him, some Bloodlust can work really like decently, but overall I think the Void safe lane is a bit lackluster, and I want to see Envy playing Flash Farmers. I want to see him on some kind of Terrorblade Slark, something like this, so that he can just keep up with that pace.
I was promised a Slark yesterday morning, but it's not happened just yet.
I think we'll see the Tiny taken out more than likely. I think that was, really stand out. But
despite being nerfed, still very strong.
And I think the thing is that Ice plays so many heroes that'll be like, okay, they took out Tiny, but he's gonna be like, oh, good, now I can play my other heroes. And I actually picture Daryl's face. He's like, nice, like eating a banana.
Something else. Well, let's take a look at what's gonna happen in game number 2. We are in the draft, and we have 6 bans done. We have a Night Stalker, Puck, Tiny removed on the side of Fnatic. And the Omni Knight, Winter Wyvern, and Bane removed on the side of Mineski. Nothing surprising, apart from maybe the Tiny, as you said. You were expecting that to be removed.
Yeah, I think the other bans are all pretty much exactly the same. Which is the one that was not banned from last time?
Ogre Magi.
The Ogre, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So Fnatic instantly grabs that. We've been seeing Ogre have a lot of success in pretty much across like all the regions.
10 seconds remaining.
Ogre Pico.
5 seconds remaining.
Who's on what side?
Fnatic is on the Radiant side, so Ogre Magi is on the Radiant side.
Well, the bans again, guys. I can't see.
The last few, it was you got Tiny, Puck, Night Stalker, and then it was Omni Knight, Wyvern, Bane.
Omni Knight, Wyvern.
And then it's a first pick Earth Spirit from Mineski again for Jabs.
Oh, geez.
10 seconds.
It worked out last game, the Jabs Earth Spirit.
Yeah, he played really well.
5 seconds.
It's interesting though how the Earth Spirit role I feel like has kind of changed, because half a year ago, if you saw an Earth Spirit, he would absolutely dominate the early stages of the game. And this time he was more like a saving grace. Like he was more like a saving support. He stuck to the lane a lot more. Obviously, he was also forced to do that because of that Tusk Undying lane.
Yeah, I think it's just there's a lot. I mean, especially the way Fnatic drafted last time. He doesn't really have a lane that he can just go kill to. He just is like a big team fighter, in my opinion. You get level 6, you have your Magnetize, you become like one of those kings of team fight with like having a silence and a stun in one hero it's really nice. So that is Avenge with the Earth Spirit picked up from Mineski. A very highly regarded hero that they like to play. They are big fans of the Puck Venge combo, but the Puck that.
What do we like here for Fnatic? Anything still
stick with the Tusk.
They go back for the Tusk.
Yep. So that'll maybe more than likely still be Ohio's hero.
What did you think of the Tusk? Because obviously we criticized the Void and the Death Prophet and the whole big team fight ultimate strategy going, but the Tusk did pretty well in lane. But do you feel like the Tusk had a big enough impact for the lane that he got?
I think he missed quite a lot of ice shards, to be honest, for Ohio, which I don't think is really too common for himself. He's played a lot of the Tusk. I don't know if we'll see those kind of like missed ice shards happen again. I think they're really liking this hero because I did say, like I said the wrong numbers before, but it's the strength gain went from 2.6 to 3.0, so he does gain quite a lot of health, and his talents are really nice. Yeah.
We have the Terrorblade ban, by the way, so no Envy Terrorblade, unfortunately. I think Mineski also saw it coming.
Yeah, especially with Ogre, just Bloodlust there, and they're probably gonna ban Gyrocopter next for Mineski.
Likely, we have the Jakiro ban, which we saw yesterday. Jabs on, Ninja Buki on Jakiro was dominating. So scary.
I think the Jakiro ban it works with the Vengeful pick because Mineski has Venge
10
already. If you throw
seconds
Jakiro on top, they have a
remaining.
lot of pushing power with the aura from Venge and with Fire.
5 seconds remaining.
It's also just a really strong lane. Like Venge plus Jakiro plus Earth Spirit, that's pretty threatening, even though Earth Spirit's not really regarded as a strong laner. Jakiro and Venge, two of the stronger ones.
Alright, looking for that the gyrocopter
Yeah, looking for
ban.
the gyro ban.
They did ban it out previous game as well. They banned it out last though. In this phase of the game, actually, previous game, they banned out Abed's heroes. They banned out
Turn to
Invoker and Queen of
ban.
Pain.
Oh yeah, the Medusa makes a lot of sense.
Meaning that they're maybe less worried about an Abed Queen of Pain. Maybe the Invoker still as well, right?
Yeah,
Scary.
10
Is
not
it
really-
the Invoker fit?
remaining.
Not that much.
I don't know. Invoker's a
Dire
weird
team
hero
pick.
because he's really weak in the laning phase. He takes a lot of time to ramp up. And Witch Doctor ban by Fnatic. They just want to be able to. What that tells me is they want to be able to contest that safe lane. Witch Doctor versus Tusk, it's really tough. If you snowball anybody and you get multi-hero tasks, then that's quite a nightmare.
10 seconds
And also just
remaining.
strong lane. Strong laner, Witch
Mhm.
Doctor Venge makes up for the weakness of the Earth Spirit.
5 seconds remaining.
Doesn't need. What do you think so far, Owen?
I think with the Venge. I mean, if it is going to be the Venge core, I'm never really a fan. So already I'm liking Mineski's less in comparison.
Why don't you like Vengeful as a core?
I feel like we've just seen it be very unsuccessful in like most of the time. It's
Fanatics
definitely
turn
most of
to
the games that I've
pick.
casted in DreamLeague in Europe. To be fair, it was in a different region,
Mhm.
so can't take too much away from it. But a lot of underwhelming games, Venge cores.
Mineski's got a pretty high win rate with the Venge.
Okay.
They're very
Alright,
very
well, there
comfort
you go.
for it.
There you
so.
go.
But yeah, I mean it has lost a decent amount in
10
Europe.
seconds remaining.
Warlock picked up from Mineski, so
Dire
that
team
Warlock Earth Spirit, as we used to like seeing so much, Fatal Bonds. Beastmaster.
Beastmaster's
So
back.
he got nerfs.
Okay, what do you get?
I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. I know the Wild Axes got nerfed in damage a little bit, and then there was I think one other thing. His Hawk movement speed got reduced from 450 to slight nerfs.
10 seconds
Not really
remaining.
massively significant, but does hurt him a bit in that laning phase.
5
We have seen the
seconds
Wild
remaining.
Axes being leveled up early. So auras and just things to buff up the carry is what I'm seeing from Fnatic. The Inner Beast as well as the Bloodlust. Quite a lot of attack speed will be gained from that one. But they don't have team fight, is what I'm really afraid of. And looking at Mineski, they have a massive amount. Again, they go for Nana's Mirana. Been seeing him having incredibly high success with that. And they have a lot of damage coming in. Fatal Bonds plus Warlock plus Starfall.
Yeah, and the Fatal Bonds is also a fairly short cooldown, so obviously Warlock has a big
10 seconds
cooldown
remaining.
teamfight ultimate, but at least in between he will still be able to fight
Yeah.
as
5
well,
seconds
unlike the lineup that
remaining.
we just saw from Fnatic.
Absolutely. And now at level 10, you get 5% bonus on Fatal Bonds too, so it becomes even more potent. And I like having... I like Mirana, especially for Mineski. They're just really comfortable playing with it. And with Venge, I think it just makes it way stronger. That aura, actually, plus the leap attack speed is pretty damn significant.
Yeah. I'm waiting for one more hero for Fnatic.
So that means it's the Tusk Ogre supports too. And the Beastmaster will be the offlane as
Yeah,
so now we do have Envy and
Dire
Abed's
team
heroes
ban.
are the two remaining.
and that's an
So
Abed
that's
hero.
Abed.
Of pain.
Thought ban previous game.
I think Mineski had to see this one coming.
Yes. I mean they must have known because they normally ban it.
Yeah.
So they should be aware that this one was coming, so they should have a plan
10
against it as well. Our
seconds
Spirit is already
remaining.
very good against Queen of Pain as well. I'm gonna imagine that
5
mid lane is
seconds
gonna have
remaining.
frequent visits.
Not
Yes.
as good anymore though, because the early
True.
level silence got reduced by 0.5 seconds.
True, but
That's kind of significant. But yeah, throughout.
should be good enough for perhaps kill in the early game.
Yeah, they don't have extremely reliable lockdown for the Queen of Pain at the moment is the one. I am liking this a little bit better for Fnatic ready from the last time. They don't really rely so much on those ultimates.
Fanatics
time
turn
around.
to ban.
The
And
gyrocopter
gyro
still is banned.
Yeah.
Yep.
see that one come out. So really, the last three bans really focusing on Envy. I mean, his hero
Yeah.
pool is pretty limited now.
10
What's left?
seconds
Black.
remaining.
Yes. Finally.
Maybe he goes for something
5
elusive like the
seconds
Morphling.
remaining.
Slark actually is pretty decent against Morana.
Yeah, the pounce. And you get like I think at level 20 you get +3 pounce
Yeah.
leash too. So that's seconds where you can't.
Yeah, those 3 leaps won't do anything then. Do you like the Slark in this lineup, or is it wishful thinking for my part?
It still takes some time, but I think it's decent because they already have Abed on Queen of Pain. He's elusive. I think they need more team fight though.
Turn to pick.
I don't think they can match up Mineski and fight with these heroes. They have to pretty much split the map and
Yeah.
look just for lane dominance from Fnatic at the moment. Mineski, yeah, they have pretty decent lanes and they have just incredibly high team fight.
Dire team pick.
And I know, oh, never mind.
This time it'll be the Lifestealer. We thought that might come out last time, but
Yeah.
this time it is going to come out. They have the Quap for the Infest. They have the Tusk for the Infest as well. I like this a lot more for this time around than last.
All right.
10 seconds
A lot more
remaining.
reliant on individual performance rather than a massive amount of
5
synergy, which
seconds remaining.
can be a good thing.
Mineski, what is Daryl's hero?
You can come over again, Owen.
Still one more pick.
Well, there's one more pick.
There is. There is.
Daryl's hero.
Come on. Steve.
Wow.
I just said it.
Yeah, but I for some reason I thought it was sorry. Like 4 heroes from Mineski seems fair.
They're good.
That's
all right.
That's a tide. Oh, I like
Choose
that
your
actually a
hero.
lot.
That-
More team fight,
More team fight for Mineski.
but also a hero that is quite effective in between. And Kraken Shell, can't really roar him. Pretty good. I'm a fan. Question
Huh.
is, Owen, are you a fan?
Let's see.
I think I actually prefer what Fnatic's doing this time round. I think the Lifestealer is very good here,
hmm
and I have great faith in the Abed Queen of Pain. I think he should have a pretty good game. Sure, the instant silence from the Spirit could cause a few issues, but other than that, I think there's a lot of stuff that he can dodge, he can duke out. Even if he gets trashed early on, I think he
10
can come back in
seconds
because there are some squishy heroes on Mineski's lineup to sort of feed off.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
a higher Beastmaster DJ touch. Yeah, I think Fnatic's got this one. I think Envy's actually gonna have a pretty good game this time on the Lifestealer.
Fogged, lost in thought.
Yeah, because I do like how much Mineski's has, but I think Abed's going to get such a good start from this Ogre just sitting on the hill that he might just go out of control. Oh my god, I don't know, I'm so torn.
You know, whenever Isis is playing Tidehunter, and even if I'm not watching, I always find my Twitter feed after the game has some extra activity.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Oh man, I think this team
I'm going for Mineski. I do like the draft of Fnatic a lot, but I think the team fight might just be a little bit too much to deal with when they try to go high ground. We're going to find out though, Fog.
torn.
Production has already said
It's
that
okay,
you were
it's
going
fine.
for Fnatic. Let's find out what's going to happen in game 2 with Charlie Yang and Lin.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show of Good Cop and Bad Cop. I'm Good Cop Lumi.
I am Bad Cop Charlie, and in Bad Cop fashion, I'm going to disagree. I wish I could be
Disagree
as
with
positive.
what? You're just gonna disagree.
Yeah, I wish I could be as positive as Owen.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe in Fnatic's drafts.
You just don't believe in Jackie Mao.
You know,
You just don't like him because he doesn't follow you back on Twitter.
is that what it is?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying it
that's
is.
definitely not what it is. Jackie Mao. No, I am a big fan of Jackie Mao.
Okay.
You are incorrect, but I think he's gonna have a hard time this game because his lane is two melee heroes against the Tidehunter. Like Ice is gonna have another free lane, and I think it's hard for
30
Fnatic
seconds
to
to go.
actually like take that big fight uphill.
Yep.
Like, how are they gonna end this game? I think they have a lot of like great pickoff. They can play quickly, but when it actually comes down to how they win this game, I don't see how they do it.
You know, I think one thing I do want to mention is that Mineski is one of the few teams in the world that actually draft their offlane last, right? Just to make sure that Ice have a favorable matchup because he is such a big playmaker in the laning stage as well as in the mid game. And like you mentioned, they gave him a good lane.
I'm very happy if I'm Tidehunter here.
Yeah, it's a great tie game. I do want to mention though, when Ohio plays Beastmaster, he doesn't go for the Necro book build. Well, at least the last time I watched him, he doesn't. he likes to go Shadow Blade. So if he does go for the Shadow Blade again, he can, in theory, upgrade it into a Silver's Edge, and that can be the answer for the Tidehunter.
I guess. I mean, you can, sure, you'll disable Kraken Shell, you can roar him, but even then, maybe you burst him through during that.
Oh, Corey Sniper in the mid lane. Got him.
Okay. That is very nice for Fnatic, but like I was saying, even if you do manage to, I guess, disable Kraken Shell, you still have the threat of the Warlock.
Sure.
So it's very likely that you're not going to kill Ice in a burst.
Yeah, they also have the Earth Spirit kick and silence as well, which, by the way, the Fatal Bond magnetized, we've seen it once already in DreamLeague. I believe we saw it yesterday, and it is an amazingly high damage combo. I believe it was actually Fnatic that did that combo.
Well, Moon is having a tough time mid with Pylai just sitting there.
Yep. I bet is having more deny than Quap is having CS. Feels bad.
Very, very rough. Very rough. Pi is just focusing on denies, hitting his own creeps. He is getting kind of low though. He can't sit here forever.
Hey, yo. Maybe hang around for one more Bloodlust before he goes. What do you think about the decision to not put the Warlock mid? Just to be like, Moon, you got this lane for yourself.
I mean, like you said, Mineski is a team that heavily prioritizes Ice and how well he does here. I think it's okay just because like this player is just so disruptive, and if you enable that, you know, that's sort of like your signature style. You don't want to mess with that.
Jabs, takes one rune, rolls the other way to take the other rune. Good stuff. That's, you know, still continue from game one, right? That's exactly what he did in game one. Took multiple runes nonstop. Abed has double damage.
Yeah, this is worrying because if Fnatic, I feel like if Fnatic was going to have a good game and if they're going to ultimately end up winning, it's going to be off the back of Abed.
Not to say that the other player aren't playing well or doing stuff, but
this guy's your star.
Yeah, he is truly a position one from the mid lane. Abed is laying in a ton of damage on the mid lane. Moon is dropping precariously low. Doesn't want to take that point into a leap just yet. And we might see a kill being forced out here. Moon, one blink and scream away from death. Marino simultaneously on the bottom lane. Ice. Dropping very, very low, but they don't want to man up on it because he does have 4 magic sticks. Pops us out now. Back to full HP.
DJ did have a very nice snowball dodge on the Anchor Smash.
Anchor Smash is so punishing versus melee heroes.
And then eventually, as Ice gets higher levels of Kraken Shell and Anchor Smash, I don't think Fnatic can actually kill him.
Yeah, this lane is going to get progressively worse and worse for Jackie. Progressively better and better for the Tide. So he better get what he can.
Moon is getting absolutely bodied.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
really is, dude. The CS differential, I mean, ain't no Ben-Hur level, but it's not looking great. I mean, granted, they had the Ogre mid. The Warlock finally came, but I think by that point, it's just a little bit too late. Look at Abed, dude.
Yeah, he's got the magic wand, double null right now.
Ice Shard flying by onto Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie has expended the heal on stuff. They have the snowball, by the way, but it looks like they're not going to use it. In fact, they're going to turn their attention mid. Drops a ward behind. Did have Fire Blast? Don't even have mana. Leaps forward. And Moon, is he going to leap home? He just delivered himself Tango, so he doesn't want to go home. But man, this is looking super rough.
We got some action top as Mushi's getting gone on right now.
Ooh, body blocking coming out. They give up the Mushi kill. They go for jabs. They get neither. What's that phrase? You try to catch 2 rabbits and you get nothing? Is that something?
Is that like a Chinese phrase?
That sounds like a Chinese. I mean, I'm asking you. You're Chinese too.
I've never heard that phrase before.
All right. Let's just say
I know there is something very similar to that,
yeah.
But
let's just say it.
I don't know it. All right, sure.
That sounds Confucius.
But Fnatic is having a much better laning phase this time around. Envy, I guess, is actually ahead of the Tide right now.
Yep. I mean, the Tai could jungle Ancients much more effectively than Envy.
For the most part, these two are should just trade farm.
But that's better than what we expected out of the lane stage for him, right? We kind of expected him to suffer a little bit, but he's also doing well. So all of the cores for Fnatic is doing much better than expected. Phase boots up top already on the Beastmaster. Yeah, he goes Phase Medallion Shadowblade, and he is just a menace in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, I think the real important part that we haven't talked about is just how well Ohio is actually doing against this Venge.
He's also microing his spore non-stop. He's gonna... Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna take the bounty and get 6 off of it.
I mean, for the most part, he did it solo. Ohio basically outlaned 2
Dire's
heroes.
middle tower is under attack.
He's got his boar. That ain't solo.
Are we counting, like, his boar as another hero?
That's his spirit animal, dude.
Alright, but for the most part, did it by himself. DJ
Alright.
sorta
Radiant's
came up there
bottom
at some
tower
point,
is under attack.
but like I think that's the real kicker here is just how well Ohio is doing.
Yep.
I imagine if he wasn't doing it, if Mushi didn't need as much help, you would see Jabs make some rotations mid.
Ohio now have access to level 6, so Venge, I don't think he could even show up within roar range,
No, if he shows up, he's dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
especially when DJ's nearby.
I think the real kicker here is just Jabs has not had an impact on this early game. Usually if you want to draft Earth Spirit, like you expect him to run around, get some ganks off, apply pressure on lanes, but
Yep.
he's just been pulling.
Yeah, he's basically doing the bare minimum, which is pulling as well as taking runes. But
Dire's
you pretty
top
much could have
tower
any
is
support
under
do that.
attack.
You expect the Earth Spirit to make a bet feel dangerous, but he doesn't. Like a bet is like, yeah, I'm CS.
Dire are scanning.
Pressure on Jabs, he kicks, rolls away. Really, Mushi feels trapped up here. 3 Fnatic heroes move up to go pressure him. Shards come out, Mushi's trapped.
Yeah, he's gonna swap and look to go away. The Ravage is gonna get ported in from Ice, and in fact, they're gonna turn this gank around. Good bait, I guess, by Mushi, and he draws the first blood, so I guess he's right back in this lane. Good stuff.
That was a 4-hero rotation Ravage used, though.
I mean, Ravage used this early is like not that big of a deal, I guess. It's fine.
I mean, I guess with how much pressure is coming out, though.
Ooh, mid lane,
Ooh.
solo kill. What did we call that? Bodied?
Body.
Downloaded?
Exposed.
Exposed?
Exposed.
I mean, Moon is definitely a very strong laner, but
Yeah, I didn't expect this kind of domination to come out. I expected Moon to get a little more.
yeah. I bet is one of the best, I guess.
Dire's
Feels
middle
very
tower is
comfortable on
under
that
attack.
Queen of Pain right now.
Top
Dire's
lane,
structures
Mushi letting
are
the magic missile
fortified.
fly, but Ohio does have the fuse raindrops to block most of it. Surprised to see the lack of go on this Venge. But I guess the last time they did try, the Ravage came in, so.
Well, they don't have it now. They could apply more pressure, but they did have, I guess, 2 heroes not showing on the map.
Jeez, Moon can't even show up in this lane.
Doesn't even have boots yet.
I mean, we keep saying, you know, Abed is doing really well, but a large part of it is also the fact that Queen of Pain is just more dominant of a laner compared to the Mirana, so
Especially when you have an ogre sitting on
yeah,
the hill.
giving you bloodlust nonstop. Arrow, okay, one of the stuns does connect. But slowly, this tier 1 tower is also getting widowed down. Abed jumps right in for the Moon kill. He will get it. Now Jabs might be in a little bit of trouble as well. Blink as well. Shadow Strike not ready to go just yet, but Abed doesn't care. Now he cares a little bit. Tower laying him in. He will have Blink back up. Swap right back in the tower into a stun. Jabs
Ooh.
survives for like 5 HP. Good
That's
stuff.
big.
I mean, from Abed's perspective, that was a clean kill, but Mushi just showing out of absolutely nowhere.
Dire's
Yeah,
top tower
Abed
is under
got
attack.
Abed got a little greedy there. Saw that Earth Spirit. He's thinking, I'm like huge right now. I'm dominating this game.
Yep.
I remember Blitz
Radiant's
mentioned
middle
that
tower is under
Kuro
attack.
had called this what strongman syndrome.
Okay.
Where you just think that you're invincible and you cannot die this game.
Yeah.
Dire's top
And
tower
so I
is
think
under
he was
attack.
feeling it there. And, you know, strongman syndrome is a fallacy. You can die.
Well, at the very least, the silver lining for that play was that it did free up the top lane for Ohio to get the tower. Now Ninja Boogie rolling onto the Warlock. Body block coming right out. Ohio coming in position for the roar. Centaur, get me in there. Stop's gonna be there as well. Nice kill in the jungle here for Fnatic, and they do extend their lead. Mineski needs to pull themselves together right about now, because right now Fnatic is the big boss. Mineski is the anime kid, and they're getting rolled on right now.
Yeah, the only way Mineski right now really takes a fight is with Ravage. So unless Ice is there, they can't really do anything, bar the exceptional Abed dives to 2 tower.
They're going right into Roche, man. We are looking at 11 minutes in. As the anime gods will it, there is a double damage rune right outside for Abed to pick it up, and he is laying in thanks to the Medallion Courage as well as the Bloodlust. DJ up top. Maybe he could TP out of this. No, the damage is way too high here for Mushi. They run him down, and the Ice Short not working out again. Pretty much every single team that Eternal Envy has ever been on, and trust me when I say this because I watch a lot of Jackie games, is that they love to sneak Roche. Yeah. In best of 3 series, they probably do it at least 2 or 3 times.
That's Jackie's calling card, these sort of efficiency plays.
Yeah.
And look like really the Mineski had no idea.
Was that worth?
That's absolutely not worth. You expended a plus 2 minute ultimate for 2 ancients.
Yeah, but you know, it's like the call out, dude. It's the flexing the muscle. It's the gun show.
You think
dude.
Ice is intimidated by that?
Oh, Mushi will get intimidated by this one. Well, a little bit of help here from his ally. Mushi might actually make a swap, but the boar on the left side, or the right side rather, is gonna get Mushi down. Jabs did all he can for his teammate. Won't get sent to the upstairs, but you know, didn't save his life either.
Jackie Mao has been quietly farming away.
Second net worth. Gonna finish that armlet. Oh, he wants to go right into Midas. Has the Helm of Iron Will on lock. All right, good stuff.
I like it because he's anticipating this game is going to go long, and it probably will, just because even though Fnatic has the advantage, going high ground is still probably pretty hard.
Yep. Queen of Pain, Lifestealer, none of these are exactly the best high ground hero. I think if Fnatic's going to win this game, they have to do it through a ton of hero kills.
Yeah, they basically have to wipe them.
Ice, farming the Ancient stack with Anchor Smash. And he is going for a mech after a blink. Just pick up the blink though. So far haven't seen any good Ravage attempts, or opportunities rather.
Yeah, I think for the most part Fnatic has stayed pretty split around the map. This is a pretty low kill count game actually.
They're gonna smoke up. I don't think there were any observer wards to see that smoke. The only time they could have used that Ravage was during the Roshan sneak, but it was a sneak. Abed need to get himself out of there. Long blink rage. Will bypass the TIE Hunter, but TIE Hunter now reveals his positioning bottom. So top feels safe to put a little bit of pressure if they want, but they will also back it up.
Unfortunate for Mineski, they really needed to get something there. But even so, I don't think Fnatic feels... Or I don't think they should feel too safe to start pushing just tier 2s or anything like that, just en masse with 5 heroes.
Yeah, I don't think
they
have
to. Yeah, they do have to respect it.
Yeah, they don't push quickly enough. They don't. It's kill into a push. That's pretty much all they got. Ice. Sitting up right next to Envy for a gank. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, Abed looking maybe for a solo kill. No, just harassing Dagger. I do appreciate how aggressively Fnatic is playing. Maybe they're not forcing kills, but they're constantly in the enemy jungle. And for a hero like Venge, who likes to, let's say, push out the wave and jungle a little bit, can't really do that.
This is dark days for Ninja Boogie right now. Position basically 6 Warlock, 600 gold. He's a hero that he wants to be able to take these team fights, but his team's just not ready to do it. And Fnatic isn't giving him any opportunities.
Do you think a teamfight lineup like Mineski's loses its value when you don't have those teamfights? Because right now, Fnatic is very smartly dodging it. We've been seeing a ton of Hawks flying over Ninja Boogie, like seeing his positioning, so they're not fighting into his Warlock ult. Despite the Blink pickup, Tidehunter hasn't used a Ravage since then, so despite all your big ults, you're not really doing anything with it. That's my concern for Mineski.
I think it really depends on the rest of your composition, as we do see. Oh, Envy smartly rages, but he's still in trouble here.
Yeah. I think he could have just rage TP right immediately after swap, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
I didn't see whether it was still on cooldown, but that was a free kill. They didn't even have to use a Ravage for that, and perhaps even a tier 2 tower. Sonic Wave, not gonna get the kill, and they won't force it either.
Abed might be in a tricky situation right now, but no. But back to your original question of whether or not, I guess, these big team fight drafts are a waste if you don't use them. I think it depends on your lineup overall. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. And not gonna make it out there. I guess, not to put words in your mouth, but I think where you're trying to get to is that if you have a really strong late scaling team, it's okay if you don't use your ult to delay the game.
Exactly.
Right? So then it leads to the question is, does Mineski have that late scaling team? Smooshy is going to get found out by Guru Pain, so they need to come in and drop sentry. Yeah. So he's done so.
I think ultra late game, if they fight on even footing, I do prefer Mineski's draft, just because they have 2 big team fight ultimates, one of which goes through BKB and Rage, and I think Morana does scale very well late game.
Yep.
And Venge herself also is
She's
not
scales.
bad here. Yeah.
She falls down after a while though, so.
I think the real kicker for Fnatic is just that late game Queen of Pain lifesteal.
Yeah. I mean, they did nerf it pretty heavily by moving it from 25 to 20, making that lifesteal much lower. But as our observer is pointing out, Shadow Blade is up online now on Beastmaster. Gonna go back for the drums. Hit stop before the Silver Edge. But that's gonna be one more worry for the Mineski supports to deal with, which by the way are already on Foo Stamp territory.
Yeah, especially Ninja Boogie.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ohio, Shadow Blade in. Is looking. Does see Ninja Boogie on the back line, but instead I think he's gonna go south. Sees Moon. Once again, Moon's gonna get caught out. Punch gonna be available. And Moon dies once again. Look at his net worth. Below now the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I believe, what was the phrase again? Bodied?
Bodied? Yeah. We're gonna need to invent new new words, new nouns, adjective, adverbs. What was that verb? Body is the verb.
Body is, yes.
Mid lane, another person, another body dropping the floor maybe. A bed. At this point, it feels bad for Mineski.
Yeah, they're not getting the opportunity to use these big team fight ultimates. There's no chance for them to sort of group up and take an objective. Fnatic is doing a really good job just dragging them across the map and then using their superior pick-off and net worth advantage to just take these little skirmishes here and there. Not even skirmishes, they're just getting picked off.
Yeah. I think the only time that Fnatic will be vulnerable in the next maybe 5 minutes is when they inevitably group up for a Roshan attempt, right? Because when you're this ahead, you're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to take a couple of towers, we're going to take Rosh.
And V?
Gonna get caught here. Magic Missile's gonna be there. They drop the rock as well, but he's gonna just manify Mushi under the building. He's gonna pop that. Ooh, okay, he's gonna go down. Nothing to invest. DJ now needs to snowball. All the teleportations are coming in one by one though. DJ taking a ton of damage. He will walk right out of there. Ohio also taking a ton, but he's gonna be fine. He will survive. Ice already blown his Ravage. Here comes Jabs. Nice 2-min kick. Shaolin Soccer to the rescue. Fatal Bond to extend that damage output. Somehow, some way, Mineski wins the team fight under the enemy shrine, picks off the Wraith. Good stuff.
Yeah, and Moon wasn't even there. That I actually expected that fight to go a lot better for Fnatic the moment Abed came in, but Queen of Pain, she actually didn't have Sonic Wave.
Yeah, I think that was actually the big thing. She used Sonic Wave for a pickoff attempt earlier, so.
This is very good for Mineski, buying themselves more time.
Can they get an objective off of this? Tier 2 is very low now bottom.
No, I don't think they can take this.
Envy's gonna come right back in. Will force Ice away.
Mineski's still posturing around the area though.
Nice. He's out of the truck. He might just die here again. He doesn't have rage. Uh-oh, silence gonna come through. It is a lower duration silence thanks to the new patch. Now Ice under the tower. Will good. Okay, swap back out, and now Mushi going on Envy. Envy can't Arbor toggle this. He's gonna be dead, and that will also feed Pylite. On the back line, looks like the Tidehunter did die to the Abed, as well as the DJ ganking combination. Beastmaster roll on the front. That's gonna be another kill onto Mushi. In the back, Ninja Booty not gonna complete that TP. Excuse me, Mushi's still alive. He's in the trees. Do they have the game sense to find him? They don't. And Mushi will probably need to sit here for a couple of seconds. What if that ice charge?
Seconds.
Or 30 seconds.
It might be longer than that.
What if that frozen stage was just like scout him out? It's fine now. He's got Shadow Play out. And now immediately into the Roshan pit. Fnatic says, look, we just want to fight. You don't have Ravage. You don't have Rock. Free Rush. This one comes with cheese.
Yeah, you know, despite that Envy death, I think that's still a positive for Fnatic.
Sure.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Fnatic is... When do you imagine that they'll start making that high ground push? It's got to be a while, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's anytime soon. We might even get into a territory where, you know, back in the day when Leicester gets hard, he walks up to your tier 3 rage, hits it like 2-3 times, and then backs off.
That's still kind of scary for the Lifestealer because he can get swapped back and
That's definitely true. Yeah. Well, Aegis already expended on the mid lane here. Abed pops the BKB, but that's physical damage.
Man, that Venge hits so hard.
Dude, that was a big win for Mineski. They got Aegis and a BKB charge for free. Swap back in here, and highlight that's gonna go down as well. Man, Mineski turning up the heat. All of a sudden, they grab 2 kills.
Oh, Moon's getting going on though.
Okay.
I don't think they can push this now.
They're gonna try Moon or no Moon, infest into one of the creeps. Envy will pop back out.
Mushi's going back in,
Yeah,
looking for something.
Got Magic Missile. Got MLM. That's all he really needs for the kills.
I like the gumption on him. Just to go for it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's one of them SAT words, dude.
Radiant's
Gumption?
structures
Yeah.
are fortified.
You don't hear that in everyday use.
Sure, fair.
Mineski will take down a very important tier 1 tower mid. Trying to wrestle back some map control on their side.
Out of the Ogre.
Alright, so how you feel about this game's going? The kill score is very close. Net worth is only 4k apart. We saw Fnatic constantly shutting down Moon.
I think that's the real dark spot for Mineski right now.
Mhm.
If Moon didn't have such a bad game, I think I would be favoring Mineski a lot. Right now, what Fnatic needs to do is really just sort of try and pen in Mineski, keep them like afraid to come out. Because right now, all these like little pickoffs, all these little teamfight wins where they catch out Envy in the beginning has allowed them to sort of crawl their way back in.
Yeah. And speaking of the pickoff, I think Beastmaster's itemization is just for that, right? Like the Shadow Blade, constantly living in the enemy jungle, finding loot wherever he goes.
He is starting to itemize for the team fight though. As he's going for that BKB, he realizes at some point we got to take these guys 5-0.
Yeah. I am surprised by the lack of Silver Edge. Maybe he'll go for it after the BKB. But here we go. Mineski will smoke back up. Is the cheese still available on him? But yeah, it looks like MV is holding the cheese.
And they go all the way around. They know where Envy is right now.
Yep. And that cheese is not going to help him if he gets changed. Then if he magic missile, that one wasn't looking, and the Ravage and the Rock comes down. 2 heroes, or rather 1 hero dead immediately. Pylai somehow walks away, trying to delay. But there's no delaying this one. And now Japs is looking for more blinks and kicks, rolls, trying to find somebody. DJ has a blink of his own. He could easily snowball and blink out of there.
This might get a little scary for Mineski right now. There's no Ravage, no Rock.
Abed just ported in. Abed might be in trouble. He needs to activate BKB. If he sees a magic missile flying, Mushi looking for the magic missile. Nice BKB activation in the very last second. Now he blinks right in for Mushi. Sonic Wave is available. Sonic Wave, and doesn't get either kills. The TP will complete on the right side. It's going to be Tusk rolling forward. Finds Jabs here. Abed blinking to the high ground, but nice Ice Shard. Keeping Jabs stuck in. Just kidding. Jabs says, see ya. I'm out of here. And they don't lose anybody. Wait, just as I say that, they will find Moon. Of course, Moon downloaded.
Oh God.
They know exactly where he is.
He's having the roughest game right now. His team's is creating so much space for him, and he's just like, please guys, just give me a break here.
I think Moon is playing a spectacular position for Mirana right now. Fluff and Sluff would be very proud seeing this one. He's got Manta already finished.
Yeah, congratulations.
Selfish.
In that moment though, Ninja Boogie does take a tower.
Okay.
He's got a 4-staff. He's come a long way since having 600 net worth.
Yeah, I think he's participated into like 2 game-winning fights, or not game-winning fights, just like team-winning fights, and he was able to pick up a lot of assist gold and whatnot. So good stuff.
Oh, Abed might be in trouble here.
Jeez,
oh my
deep.
God.
I mean, he does have a double damage, so.
Oh, I can't even see that with the Venge is already blue.
Yeah. I believe the correct color is indigo. I don't know if that's.
Is it? Isn't indigo purple?
Yeah, it is. I do hate it when people are really good with colors.
Indigo City, man. Didn't Pokemon teach you your colors?
I mean, I was the OG, man. I played Pokemon Black and White. I didn't.
You weren't the OG?
I was the OG.
Yeah, Indigo was in the OG version.
But I know, but I played it in like Game Boy. Like, it was even color back then.
You weren't curious and you were like, what is Indigo? And you didn't look it up or anything?
I was just a kid that moved from China to America. Every word I didn't understand. I'm not going to look up everything, dude.
Fair enough.
I can't train my Charizard to 100 if I look up shit in the dictionary. Fnatic, by the way, they get Smoke Gank. Once again, they find one, and that's going to be Jackie Mao. He is dead. Oh, this is why people ban out the Venge against Mushi. Look at the way he's playing. They were far behind. And all of a sudden, Venge, doing the Beastmaster cosplay, has picked them up a bunch of core kills on her own.
You know, you would expect these teams to be playing like you would expect Fnatic to be playing like Mineski right now, and Mineski to be playing like Fnatic.
Right.
Where Mineski is sitting in their base and Fnatic is going for pickoffs. Instead, it's the other way around.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, table has turned. Mineski is threading high ground. They don't have Ravage, but I'm not sure whether they need Ravage.
No, they definitely need Ravage because Envy is about to be back up. Mineski, you need to get out right now.
And they do. Very quickly, they book it. But good amount of damage onto that tier 3.
I think Fnatic should have tried to force a fight right there. You know Ravage is down. Roar one and try and go. Abed's super strong, and right now I think a lot of his advantage has been squandered.
I think they would have won if Envy was alive, but he was
about to be up pretty soon. Come on, pretty soon.
We also haven't seen an offensive Infest bomb gank yet, and now everybody walking bottom side, Ohio sees them, and they do go right on the Venge. Venge is most of the damage. The Rock's gonna come down, Venge dropping very low, and he swaps. No swap, he's just dead. Envy on the front line, hitting Ice of all people. Now he switches target to Ninja Boogie, but Sentry not in range to detect the Moonlight Shadow. Blinks in, Sonic Waves, absolutely nobody. You got the quarter on the back line and grabs them a double kill, so that's pretty good. And now they'll get a tier 1 in the back door as well. They were looking for more, but they got what they came for, which is the Venge kill.
This is what Fnatic needed to be doing 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. And now, Shiva's guard finish on the Queen of Pain. I feel like Queen of Pain might even want to pick up AC at this point. Just any armor item she could get would help be so helpful against this guy.
She needs to transition into like a carry.
Yeah.
Because at this point, for the most part, their main building hitter if they end up sieging.
Ravage is now back up. So I think at most Fnatic could get a tier 2, and that's not even guaranteed. I think Fnatic probably has time to Roshan, and they know it's back up. They probably shouldn't, look for push anymore.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
Envy?
Oh, dude.
They want this.
Ice is using the Ravage animation. He's like trying to base something out. Swap's gonna be there. Swap him. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
And
He's dead.
Oh, dude, you see the Midas before he died? Efficiency, no Midas downtime.
Yeah, what a great play. Die to get a Midas off.
Hey man, that's when you make something out of a bad situation.
I was gonna say what Fnatic needed to do around that position was try and get off a key pickoff before you go rogue.
Yep, and that's exactly what they did. And guess what, Charlie? This gives them the refresher shard. I don't know if they could beat you Ravage. Envy has buyback. Are they gonna actually challenge this? I think they are making that attempt. Here we go. This is gonna be one of the game-deciding fights. Ohio access into the Roshan. They will check the HP, swap back in, and that's the Beastmaster. He will activate the BKB. No buyback from Jackie Mao just yet. Ohio dropping very low. Where's the roar? Where's the roar? He finally drops a roar on an illusion just to save his life. He's out of there, but now without the roar or the BKB Master, BKB Beastmaster, they can't really challenge. And they basically just gave away the Roche. Abed, is he trying to make the steal? Shiva's guard giving vision. He jumps right in. Sonic Wave, he gets the Aegis! Buyback on Mushi as well.
Oh my god!
Sonic Wave, he ate the refresher sword. Abed is Superman right now. He's finally out of mana. He could only blink, but he's won this team fight for his team. Move over. This guy is the real superstar on this team. Abed, game-saving blink.
My
Steals
god.
Aegis, steals cheese, steals refresher shard,
Steals the
doubles Sonic
Roshan
Wave.
kill as well.
Holy shit.
Alright. Abed just won them the game right there. If they do win, it's gonna be because of that play. If Mineski had gotten the Roshan just clean and the refresher shard, it would have been so hard for Fnatic to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they could beat double Sonic Wave, and now the Bloodlust on everybody. Here we go, Fnatic shredding buildings.
This is gonna be multiple lanes of rack.
Yeah. If not, oh, they can't get Magus because the tier 2 bottom is still alive, but Fnatic very happy with 2 sets of racks. Ravage was actually not back up for a while, so if they want to stay around to do something more, they can, but probably the ultra safe play is to go back, take a couple more shrines. They also have seen Mushi's positioning thanks to a ward. Do they have the dust? Do they have the sentry? Pai's got 2 sentries. If he pop one down here... Oh god.
Oh.
Magic Missile, good rage. Abed pops a BKB. He's like, you know what I just did? You want to fight me still?
This man has an Aegis cheese.
Yeah. He's good at swapping back in. That's Ohio. He's got the BKB. He's stuck in the trees right now. Blink, snowball play. Rock's gonna get dropped here. I think it's time to cut their losses. No, Abed says, I have Aegis cheese. I don't care. IDC. He can pop the cheese anytime he wants. He will pop the cheese. Jabs will be the first one to go down. Ice. Ravage is 40. They're hanging around. All that just for 1 kill. Fnatic all back off safely.
Very unfortunate for Mineski there. Thought they had a good opportunity, but Envy with the quick reactions on that rage there saved his life.
All right, I know you're a personal friend of Sumail, but
Sure.
I'm gonna ask the question.
Are you asking me if Abed is a better Queen of Pain or overall than Sumail?
Compare the 2 players. Like, I think most people would agree Sumail is just better, but how much? You think the gap is very far?
Okay, I'll put it this way. I don't think Sumail is going to ever lose, like currently right now.
Okay.
I don't think he would ever lose a 1v1 straight up.
To anybody.
To anybody, right
Okay.
now. But, you know, overall, I mean, that's only one aspect of the game.
Sure.
But that being said, I do think like these guys are very similar in terms of playstyle. Do I think Sumail could have made that play? Yes, I actually do.
Okay. Yeah.
But I gotta say right now, Abed is
He's definitely making a case for himself, right? As,
he definitely is.
yeah. I got a little hype for that play, you know? I'm sure y'all at home did. And he picks up the Scythe of Ice. So that's going to be one more way to lock down that Venge or Mirana. Which, by the way, we have a Mirana in this game, right? He's got the Manta, Maelstrom, and now going back for a Hurricane Pipe. But here comes
Dude,
Fnatic.
this Mirana doesn't do... The Tusk has more net worth than the Mirana right now.
This is a surgical removal. They see Ice Ice in the front. There's no way they can actually go through Ice Ice, can they? They have a lot of BKB. Ohio gets a smoke pop, and now Bet blinks right in. Immediately, they hex up on Mushi. The Moonlight Shadow not even fading quickly enough to protect him. 2 kills. Buybacks are coming out, and now Ice Ice. Does he want to re-engage? He can't. He's got a Shadow Strike dagger on him, so that Blink dagger is canceled. All right, so that's just 2 clean kills, 3 clean kills, excuse me, with the buyback used. And now Bet with double damage. Trying to backdoor this tier 2. They will just take it cleanly here. And that's kind of something we said about the Fnatic lineup. It's a kill into a push. That's exactly what we see. No, Bet once more. He blinks and Hex one more on the back line. The Ravage coming out a little bit too late. And as a result, a dieback on Jab. Bet gives the good game to his allies. Gets another kill for the team. Blinks forward, forced out the GG. They want Ice Ice. Looks like they will not be able to get him, but they will get a GG. Fnatic forces to a game 3 off the back of Super Saiyan 5 event. That was
insane.
That was an amazing play.
If he doesn't make that play, I think Fnatic actually loses.
I agree.
They won that game purely because of that massive Aegis steal, Refresher Shard steal, and it was all a bet.
Yeah.
Nana was a non-factor this game, again, largely because of a